What is up, fishing world? Trevor Wagner coming at you again. In today's episode, I have a little rod unboxing to do. Because if any of you watch my TKS Gunnersville recap video, you'd understand why there is a rod tube behind me with a rod in it. Because I needed to replace one of the rods. Now, there was 4 rods taken, but there was only one that was really that I needed to replace right away. The other 3, it's going to take some time. I got to save up some money and get a couple better rods out of there. But one I needed pretty quick, and that was my top water rod. And so I went out and got me a new top water rod. Now, I'm a little concerned because I ordered my rod from Dobbins, and that's not the typical tube that Dobbins sends when you order a rod. So I know GSM bought them and they've kind of made going through some changes and stuff, but that's pretty generic tube when let me show you what it used to look like. Regular Dobbins, GSM run Dobbins. Let's see how well they packed it on the inside. I can also tell you that on the old Dobbins rod tubes, let's see if I can get this as close as I can. See this little arrow right here? It actually told you, open this end. You'd pull a string, open it up, and you just pull the rod right out. Beautiful work of art. So, love the way that they package their stuff. So, on this one, you get no such arrow. I'm assuming this is the top because this is where all the things are and that's where they want me to open it. So we're going to open this up. We're going to see exactly what the packaging stuff looks like this time. As you can see, I have not opened this before. This is my first time opening it. I usually get, they always staple these corners in, and I usually get a flat tip screwdriver to get these started. And then I grab my pliers and pop them the rest of the way out. So we're about to see what kind of packaging job GSM has done compared to when Dobbins ran it on their own. Because when Dobbins had it, when it wasn't under the GSM ownership, these things were packed really, really well. So, we're about to see. Alright, so far so good. See lots of bubble wrap. So, that was actually kind of nice. But there's no string to help you pull the rod out. But, looks like we should be okay. Got to navigate around the table here. Alright, so they had some extra bubble wrap. So this is the butt end here. That's wrapped pretty good. Good. Now the most important part. Alright, they had extra bubble wrap around the tip. Alright, so they did a fairly good job wrapping it up. So, just the tube looked a little generic, you know. You figure when you order a rod, it might have the company's name on it. I mean, maybe I'm just spoiled that way, but yeah. I would have liked to have the company's name on it. I know GSM bought them out, but come on, it's still the good company. Getting the bubble wrap off is always the tricky part, so let me grab my knife real quick or my scissors and get this all cut open and show you kind of what I go through when I get a new rod, just to make sure that everything is on the uppity up when you get it, because nothing worse than getting a new rod and you have a broken eyelid or something's just not quite right. So definitely want to check and make sure all of that is good to go. So again, they did a good job wrapping it, so you might have changed that part of the company where the packaging is generic, but they did use a good amount of bubble wrap to ensure that it is good to go. So obviously you guys know my new topwater rod is a Dobbins. And so my other topwater rod that I use for frog fishing is the same series line as the one I just got from my topwater. So I figured, why not keep topwater the same? I don't need a lot of sensitivity with the topwater one. I just needed a good rod that has the action that I need and the length that I'm looking for. So what I did is I went out and got the Dobbins Maverick series topwater rod. So this is, let me read it for you. So this is the Dobbins Maverick series. So this is the MK 705CB, and 7 foot. It's one piece, rated for lures 1/4 to 1 ounce, medium heavy, moderate fast action. So again, this is going to be for my treble baits, my treble topwaters. So I wanted something that was a moderate bend, but I wanted something that still had a little bit of a faster tip. So that way, when I'm walking that walking bait, when I'm walking the poppers, because I do like to walk poppers that are allowed to walk. So when I'm popping it and when I'm walking the baits, I wanted something that had a little bit faster tip. So I went with this rod. So I'm going to check the blank real quick. All right, all the eyelids are good. All the guides are looking good. None of them are bent. Everything's looking good. Okay. All right, so those look good. So now, something I learned from watching Debo on Debo's Fishing is whenever you get a new rod, get a Q-tip. So you take your Q-tip and you run it kind of into every one of those guides. And you're seeing as, okay, I'll run it through so you see. So I put it in the guide, kind of swirl it around, see if it's smooth or if it tears off the fibers of your Q-tip. Because that would mean you have a nick in your guide. We all know if you get a nick in your guide, over time that nick can start messing with your line, and then you lose that big fish. Because you know, every fish we lose is obviously 7 pound plus. It's always a giant fish that we lose. It's never a little 2 or 3 pounder that's out there. And everything looked good on the Q-tip. So, all right. Even though GSM took it over, still good quality Dobbins rod. Everything looks good. So now the next thing is, I already have a reel to put on it. I have a Lew's Tournament MP 7:1 gear ratio. Freaking love that reel. That's going to get paired on here. But the next thing that I have is, what line do I put on it? So normally on my topwater treble baits, I usually run braid and then a fluorocarbon leader, because on the treble bait, not fluorocarbon, sorry, back it up, braid to a monofilament leader, because on those treble hooks, if you back up, a lot of times they'll grab that braid and it just messes it up. But if you put I put anywhere from like a 12 to an 18-inch monofilament leader, and it keeps the trebles from getting caught up in that line. So, but I've also seen people that just run straight mono instead of using braid. So I'm going to pose it to you guys. So all of my listeners out there, my fans, the people that follow me, that kind of help me along in this journey that I'm doing with my faith, my family, my fishing, I'm going to ask you guys, what do you do when you are running your topwater treble bait? Do you run straight mono? And by the way, this is like one of my favorite monos that's out there. Red Box, Trilene, Extra, XL Smooth Casting. Great stuff. So do you run straight mono? Or do you run a braid, which, you know, this is the Strike King Contra braid, which is really good braid, to a mono leader? Or what do you run? So let me know down below in the comments, how is your topwater setup? Do you run straight mono? are you braid to mono leader? Let me know down below. And then I'll let you know somewhere along the way what I decide to run with. So that's pretty much it, guys. Just a quick video, little unboxing, little differentiation between the packaging from since GSM took over Dobyns and what Dobyns used to be. But all in all, the rod is in great shape. It came packaged well inside of there. All the guides are good. Guides are straight. Everything is the way I need it. Next thing is slap a reel on there, put on some line, and it's ready to go fishing. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Again, comment below what's your top water setup for treble baits, straight mono, braid to mono, or something totally different. Let me know. All right, guys, if you can, get out and fish. Catch some bass. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.